How'd that taste? Like crap? Bonk!
The Canteen of Courage! One of the new consumables released as part of the update. Well, one of, it's the only one. Anyway, that's the focus of today's video. Now, first and foremost, I would just like to cover what consumables are, because it's a new update. If you already know this, to skip ahead a little bit. Basically, they're things you can buy, usually they're pretty cheap, and they get used once before disappearing for good. The consumable beforehand was really only the siege armor. I mean, air canisters were kind of, but they don't really count. Like, they don't go in the consumable slot. Anyway, as of the latest update, you no longer need to have siege armor in the utility slot. Akin to the new canteen, there's now just a whole extra slot for it. And basically, when you use the item, it disappears. As for the Canteen of Courage, it is a consumable for Officer. Once you drink it, it is gone for good. Let's start with the stats and move from there. So it costs 35 francs from bubbles in the store, relatively inexpensive. There's no voice line for it yet, it's just the generic ones. If there is one, I'll make a short on it later on. And the wiki says that it's an herbal tea with herbs. I know for sure that this canteen is filled up with some liquor of some kind, like scotch or something. It's gotta be. And when consumed, the player then drops the canteen and receives a buff. You can only use this item once per objective map, and once every roughly 6 waves in Endless. It has this cool sound for opening it, which I'll play now. It also has a secret sound that combines one of the adrenaline lines from Ellis from Left 4 Dead 2, which I'll also play here. So that line plays pretty rarely. Cool Easter egg, love Left 4 Dead 2 and 1, both are good. Anyway, now onto the buffs and debuffs. Upon consuming this item, you'll gain the Overwhelming Courage buff. This rapidly fills your officer meter, dependent on what weapon you have equipped. This increases at a rough rate of 12.5% per second. It adds a whopping 20% damage resistance to all incoming damage. That's crazy. Okay, major stuns don't occur, except for the stumbling ones, and you also gain 15 health upon consuming it. And finally, it lasts a total of 35 seconds. Do also note, this is kind of like a downside, but as part of the buff, your accuracy with firearms is decreased by 2 times. So don't think you're gonna be a good marksman when you're drunk as a skunk, pal. And that ain't gonna work. Adrenaline dump. This debuff appears 30 seconds into the Overwhelming Courage buff, and lasts for 45 seconds. Obviously, having a swig of scotch on the battlefield wasn't a great idea, and now you're feeling a little down in the dumps. The firearm accuracy still carries over into the debuff, so you still can't hit anything, but you also get a 20% penalty to movement speed and swing speed. This means you're literally slower than every zombie except like the Zapper, the Crawler if you count that as well. Really slow. You're gonna suck. Of course, since it builds up your charge and holdfast meters, we will need to talk about them too. If the game adds more officer weapons that will get affected, I'll cover those in their specific weapon videos, but as for now, if you want to know more about the officers, Sabre and Spontoon, I will just have those 2 links for both those videos in the pinned comment, any new officer weapons, and I'll add links to them there. Both have these really cool icons, and are more or less the same except they last 1.5 times longer. Now, since it builds up your meter, it just isn't smart to not do an officer ability after having drunk the canteen. Plus, it stacks with whatever buff or debuff you have at the current time. That includes overwhelming courage, adrenaline dump, a bugle, or whatever else is going on. But I'll investigate them in greater detail. So for the Canteen Charge, the extra half duration makes it amazing, like astounding. You can charge for ages, because 1.5 times the duration, that's crazy, alright? It's great for those certain map areas, like in Roscoff going towards the charges or escaping London. It's great for those map areas where, usually you might need over one charge to get your team moving. But here's like, bam! One charge, you're there. It's crazy. It's just an amazing utility, and dare I say, the best use of the canteen. The extra defense can help you out if you get swarmed, but just keep in mind that the debuff can be very, very harmful if you are accidentally left in enemy territory. As for the Spontoon, it's more so a less interesting use for it. Like sure, it lasts longer, and the stacking of the defense stats from both the Holdfast and the Canteen is awesome, but the fact remains, as I specified in my Spontoon video, no one knows how to properly hold fast. Right? The game holds people's hands and they still don't understand how it works. The charge is awesome, always has been. Any melee weapon works with it. The holdfast struggles due to the fact that it requires people to stand still and hopefully have a long melee to benefit from it, like get the full benefit. Like even when I was playtesting with the canteen, people would charge after I did the holdfast. Like sure, it's decent since you're running around in a square of increased defense, but unless your teammates are actually going to stay still, it still suffers the same issues as the regular holdfast, just that the issues last longer, and therefore I express the canteen isn't as good with the Spontoon for that reason. But in a vacuum, it really benefits both items. Now, I'm going to compare its usefulness between Officer and a Cuirass Officer. For Officer, I'd say it's far more useful. You already lack defense compared to a Cuirass Officer, and it's a great utility to push you and your teammates to the next level. I'll go over the use cases of the Canteen of Courage after this, since it's more or less the same for both classes, but using this has great advantages. If you can't quite afford the Cuirass yet, buying consumables really isn't the way to go, like just save up. But it's kind of like a budget and temporary Cuirass. It won't protect you from meleeing a bomber, but it gives you that edge akin, but not quite, a Cuirass. It's great for maps like Copenhagen or Westminster where you wouldn't be able to get a Cuirass anyway, just that extra little bit, that every little bit counts really. Now compare that to the Cuirass Officer, where the lesser accuracy can make your already stricken ammo supply deplete faster. Furthermore, combine that with the debuff and you are literally the slowest thing ever conceived. However, on the plus side, you are an absolute unit with the stats applied. Like with the defense stat of the Cuirass combined with the Canteen, and hell, even the one from the Holdfast, absolute tank of a unit. You become not even the heavy from Team Fortress 2, you're beyond him. But keep that in mind, it is stacking with your current stats. You are already a unit, the Canteen just adds to it. It isn't a necessity. Okay, enough out of you, Prof. We gotta talk about the use cases for this item. Since it is a consumable, and since you can only use it once per map, it is vital to time it well. That's really one of the major flaws with it, but of course that'll get better the more you get used to it. And it's just that you need to be good on your timing, especially on objective maps. Oh, you wanna hold fast and you just drank your scotch? Too bad, son. Your team has already moved forward. It is an item that it's great, it's a really good clutch as well if your team's in peril. You can use it just to speed up your progression or boost everyone's stats, but a reminder that it is 35 francs. Every time you drink it, that's 35 francs, right? 35 francs just gone. Okay, regardless of whether it works out or not, that 35 francs is gone. So you really want to pick your battles carefully here. If you lose a map after drinking, then just say goodbye to those 35 francs. Bubbles will be happy, that's for sure. I mean, I'd say it's more so the item they gave, so players like me who stockpile thousands of francs with nothing to buy actually have something to waste their shekels on. Furthermore, if the clutch lasts longer than 30 seconds, you'll start experiencing the debuffs of drinking liquor and could very well have done more harm than good. So I just really want to emphasize, it's 35 francs for a temporary measure, okay? Like once you drink it, it's gone. Once you drink it, it's done. And that's it. But I would like to leave a little bit of a little nugget of information with you guys. If you start drinking and then unequip it, you won't use the canteen. Obviously you won't get the buff from this, right? It's not like this is a game-breaking thing. And it really only works around the time, like around when you take the cork out. But it's good to know just in case you're about to drink it, your team's rushing forward, unequip it, and you won't use it. It's good just in case, you know, a situation like that happens. So what do I think about the Canteen of Courage? It's a well-balanced and it's a really well-balanced item that you deploy at your own risk and discretion, right? Because really, it's just up to you whether you use it well. If you drink it and then die, well, that's it. That's 35 francs gone. It really adds some consequence, which I guess is an interesting concept. It's not so much akin to the siege armor, where if you don't die, you can just continue using it. This one is just, if you drink it, it's gone. It's not like grenades, where after every map you just magically get 3 more. No, once you drink it, it's done, it's gone. I would just like to mention that I don't condone drinking liquor, very bad for you, and I'll link an educational video by the hit YouTube channel Kurzgesagt in the top right. Not sponsored, but it's really interesting, you should check it out, get educated. I mean, that's why I'm studying education. Anyway, so cool item, very well balanced, very snazzy, and yes, I mean, for 35 francs, it's an interesting item. I really just have a gripe about temporary things, like in games you'll never catch me drinking potions or anything. I really don't like the temporary measures, but of course, in a game like this, you're going to eventually come across something like it, and I think the devs did a really good job balancing it. Of course, thanks for watching as always, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you when I see you.